Hi Norton, thank you for being here today.
No, it's great to be here, Kai.
Um,
Always good in your company, man. It's
no,
good.
thanks,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
appreciate that.
yeah. Mm.
We want to talk about the A Musical Journey England video we've done together. So thank you so much for your drone footage, and then there was some photography as well. Just really appreciate your creativity, your eye for detail, and that's what we want to hear about today.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
How did you find it?
It was brilliant. I think even when we met up in the morning quite early,
Yeah,
and it was a bit cold and stuff, but I was really excited,
yeah,
and
that's cool.
especially when we knew where the location was. But the thing was, whenever I've gone to the Seven Sisters,
Yeah,
I've always gone to the Rottingdean side.
yeah,
So when we were driving and in the sat nav, and I'm following in the car, I'm thinking, where are we going? And I was thinking, are we going the wrong way? And then, we came to Berlin Gap, and then when we got out the car and I looked at those stunning
yeah. No, that's
views,
Yeah, no, definitely.
I mean, this shot here,
Yeah,
yeah, it was just stunning. And so how my head works is that I will already start making
right.
images in my head about what I'm going to shoot, how I'm going
Yeah,
to see, listen to the story of what you want to achieve, and then I start to formulate it. It kind of happens instinctively now, and that what I see with my eye and how I can replicate that onto an image,
yeah,
whether it's a still image or with the drone footage, it just kicks in. But that kicks in because I love what I do, and
yeah. Sure. Yeah.
and so that eliminates the whole thing of my hands feeling cold that morning. And
Okay.
everything.
Oh yeah, Rory's hands were cold as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it was cloudy, but
Yeah.
then as the sun came up, it then just provided a great backdrop for a really good few hours of,
Yeah,
of, of
yeah.
what we did. Yeah.
When you look at a scenery like that or people, what do you look for? What do you see? Why that shot? How what do you think?
Okay, so you had some music that you had obviously prepared for this, and again, I go back to the fact that it was such a stunning location. So it's kind of a grandeur feeling of incorporating you guys making the music, and then just capturing. It's kind of, how can I say, you there's taking a picture and or taking a photo, or you're telling a story with a photo with a picture. So a photograph is more than a picture, whether it's people specifically or weddings. I'm trying to get the personality of the
Right.
client
Yeah.
or the subject, and so it's not just about, okay, there you are, take a picture.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
It's about getting the feel and the heart of the person that I'm
Yeah.
working with, and then see if I can replicate that through to the images that I prepare
Yeah.
or that I take. And that really comes
Yeah.
down to relationship. You and I have known
Yeah.
each other for
Oh,
a long
yeah,
time.
yeah, definitely.
You were talking about this for such a long time.
Yeah. And we finally got there.
Yeah. So that's embedded in my mind, and I think, okay, let's see what these guys are looking for. They're looking to do some lovely music, and it's a lovely background. And so that image there was kind of like, for me, prepping me for the drone footage,
Yeah.
which would be sweeping shots, getting things in to kind of make the viewer as if they're there. And
Yeah.
I think that's kind of the thing I'm trying to achieve,
Yeah.
whether it's drone footage or the photography that I do,
Yeah.
is that the person that's viewing it, they actually feel if they're actually there.
Yeah. Sure.
And if it's people centered, like in a wedding, where the emotions are there, because it's someone's getting married, so there's lots of speeches.
Yeah.
Then obviously with still photography, you can't create the sound, but you can create the feeling. And so capturing the moment is something that is very, very important to me, and obviously for the client. But yeah, it's something that is is paramount to what I'm always trying to achieve when I'm doing things. Yeah.
No, I like how you talk about capturing the moment and that relationship and understanding the kind of person. What do they want to do? What does this feel like? It's
Yeah.
not just taking a picture. It's,
Yeah.
There's that connection to it. I think, this is some of the pictures you took.
Yeah.
Really, obviously the weather was perfect. Actually, having some of the clouds there almost gave it a bit more depth in the picture, I think.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, will kind of stereotypically think that, you know, it's got to be a bright sunny day with no cloud. Actually, you know, what can happen in that situation, it when it's bright and sunny, it can actually bring in some challenges,
right?
Which can be taken care of with post editing. But also from an image point of view, if you've got clouds as well as the blue sky, it just gives that picture depth and scale. And as you can see here, so you've got you and Rory here playing. Obviously, you've got the cliffs in the background.
Yeah, sure.
But then it would have still been quite nice if it had been completely blue sky. But with the clouds, it just gives it more depth, and it gives it more character kind of thing as well. Yeah. So it just gives it. Yeah. So it's like a picture, sound picture. So you're playing. Yeah. You've got the clouds there, so it's all adding to the atmosphere. So yeah. You've got the foreground here. You've got you. So it's dimensional. You've got the foreground, you and Rory there, and you've got the background with the cliffs. You've got the sea, and then you've got the clouds. So you've got the white of the clouds, you've got the white of the cliffs, and you've got here as well. So it just gives it that composition.
Oh, this is the sort of black and white. We talked about that earlier, didn't it? So it's the same picture, but there's just a different feel about it. Or what do you see when you? Well,
black and white. Not every single image that's replicated in black and white will work, so to speak. But black and white adds a timeless element to an image, and it can evoke an emotion of. So look at this image here. So there's no cars. There's no. So you can't put a timeline on it. Okay, arguably you could say it's the clothes that you've got on and everything that could give away when it was taken. But you know that photo. In the right setting, if it was framed up, will give a sense of timelessness. Yeah. All right. So there's two guys there, you know, top of the game, playing the music with the cliffs in the background. So that just gives it a timeless element. And someone can look at that hasn't seen you guys before, and if it was in an old frame, they'll think, oh, that was taken, I don't know, 20, 30 years ago. But it wasn't. It was just a few months back. Yeah. So
I think it's the same. There's another one. I think this one, and we looked at the other one then.
There was another
black and white version.
Yeah, but there's another one. I think if you go to where
was it this one?
That one there, yeah.
So that in black and white.
So that's really good because obviously you can see the warmth of the sun tones.
Yeah, that is nice actually.
Yeah, so that's really good looking at that.
The shadow as well there.
Because that was that time in the morning, wasn't it, where the sun had just risen. Yeah. So it was what we call golden hour. So it's not, people associate golden hour with the sunset, but it was with the sunrise as well.
No, it is.
You know, it's soft tones. But in black and white, again...
Yeah, I want to see that framed. I want to see...
Yeah, so that you want to see that framed. That's a lovely picture because... and he's not looking at the camera. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. And that's the thing as well. I love to catch people in their moments, not when I say, please look this way.
And smile or something.
And there is times for that, and there is appropriateness for when you do that. But I think my default style is the natural style. So Rory clearly loves playing that music, and I've got him there, he's smiling. The black and white element just gives it that timeless feel. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, so you sometimes it's hard to put into words.
You just need to look at it.
Yeah. No, so the colour one's really nice, but this one really kind of pulls at the heartstrings for me because it's just nice and it's timeless. You can look at that in years' time and you think, yeah, that was great, and yeah, it was good. Mm-hmm.
I remember here you said, just action, a bit more passion here, something like that. Yeah, but there are a couple of pictures and it really captures something unique, I think.
That's right, there's action picture. So it's obviously a still image, but there's movement.
In the still, yeah.
There's movement in the still. Yeah. And that's when I said to you, just, give it some oomph,
Yeah, she said, I was like, what do I do?
Give it some passion. Because then I was able to capture that. And then that really just tells the story of what you were doing and the music that you were producing at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, that was part of the whole idea that you go to locations and you're inspired by locations.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
And you play different, you take pictures. You're creative different, I think, when you're in different places. So it was inspiring even just to be there.
Yeah, so just like it inspires you guys to be looking at stunning scenery like that. Yeah. I was just as inspired to want to be creative and get the still shots and the drone shots that are coming up as well, and the scenery was just what I wanted. Now this one I love because you weren't aware when I took that photo.
No.
Yeah, and I think a lot of things that I do when I'm taking photographs, if it is a situation like this, I'm literally just looking around and I'm just getting my eyes focused to see what I'm going to be able to see and how we can do it and how it can fit into the story of what we did for that day.
Yeah, that's a similar one, isn't it?
It's a similar one as well. I think that would have worked even if I didn't angle it, but I just felt to angle that one just to give it a sense of another dimension as well. Yeah, and there you go. I was quite obsessed with that cello because it was just so...
It's something to look at, isn't it?
Yeah. It's probably lighter as well than the traditional cello, isn't it?
Oh, much lighter.
Yeah.
But interesting then as well, the difference from the film to the picture. On the film, you obviously see it and it looks interesting as passing, but obviously a picture stands still, so you can really look at it and you see the details and you sort of absorb it more, I feel.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So it's a different medium, isn't it? Film and pictures, but and again, I for some reason I was really drawn to that picture. I know it's very simple. You can't properly even see any. We're just setting up, we're getting ready, but it's sort of a a photo. Anyone looking at that doesn't know what happened, they didn't see anything else, will think, okay, there's a guy holding a phone, and there's you holding, was it a tripod or? It's a tripod, But for the behind the scenes. But a photo in context of a bigger picture will then give that person, we know what that was about. That was about the organisation, the setup, trying to get everything right. And it was just part of the story, of the storyline. No, thanks, Norton. Thank you for coming on and just talking about your eye. Just really inspired. No, I look at things different now.
Oh, okay.
And then as I put some music on, look at the sunset or something. It's like, Norton would take a picture, whatever. Yeah, so
it's been a pleasure.
Thanks. Let's do this again.
All right, take care. Thanks a lot.